Hello, everybody. Do not talk to me or to my son or to my wife's son ever again. Just kidding. Alrighty, I was able to finally do it. I was able to finally finish that 5th wall. All dumb joking aside. Oh my god. We are so... well, it's raining, but we are so back. Oh my god. Just the amount of effort this took. Oh my god. I'm so glad this section's over. Every time I finish building a wall segment, it really makes me appreciate how much trouble it is, you know? But like at the same time, I really just wish I could snap my fingers and be done with the other one. But I don't know. Oh my god. So yeah, I think this section turned out pretty good. I don't want to showcase the giant open space there too much, because it doesn't really like give the right vibe, I guess. But yeah, holy shit! Just from down here, I love the how imposing it looks. I wanted to maybe put some sort of support pillars or some sort of like line that visibly divides this section from this section so that the window is sandwiched between them. I thought about doing that, but I wasn't sure what material I wanted to use. I might still do it. I don't know. But that wall or that line would be going at an odd angle. So I don't know. Tier 3 rockets? I don't need to waste the gunpowder for those. Jack core with Jacktherippa. Yes, it is. Stop being drunk? Well, I'm not drunk. I was just being silly. I occasionally do that. Oh, hey, Brian Christopher Brantley. Why do you want me to use tier 3 rockets? Also, stop pointing. Oh my god, netherite blocks. No. That's not possible. Not without an absurd level of autism. A level I just do not have right now. Okay. So, the last thing to worry about, last thing to do, is to figure out what I want to put on this final 6th wall segment. And how I will carry it forward, I guess. That's not something I was expecting to have done so soon, but I don't know that I have an idea in mind. That's the other thing. Dupe concrete powder. Ah, I could. Why, do you think this last wall needs concrete powder? I'm really not sure what will be a good color or design. Oh wow, you can see it eating up all the way to the top of the stack. Oh, but yeah, lordy. What is going on, everybody? How have you all been these last 2 or so days? I've been having problems sleeping at night. I don't know what the deal is. I wish I could say, but like I'll get to bed at 2 or 3 a.m., which hasn't been like too uncharacteristic. But instead of falling asleep and staying asleep, I'll sort of gradually drift off, and then I'll stay at sort of like a surface level of being asleep. And I'll just never really fall into a deeper sleep. And I'll wake up and I'll turn over and I'll go back and I'll spend like an hour, maybe 2 hours as like lightly asleep. And then I'll be right back awake again. It's very strange. Circle stone and red mushroom. You're not funny, Poncho, but you are making me smirk. Drink a shot of whiskey before you sleep. You'll fall asleep as a baby. Well, that's an interesting idea, but the idea of whiskey isn't exactly appealing to me. So I'm probably not going to do that. Damn it, where'd I put them? I don't know. It feels weird because I've never really had trouble sleeping this many days in a row before. Like, I've had this problem since Sunday, and it's almost the end of the week. It's strange. I feel like, for whatever reason, I can't, like, get deeper into sleep. It's strange. And I feel like it has affected me somewhat, like my mind. Oh, Blackstone. I wanted to use that with something, too. Well, since this wall is done, I guess I can move. Oh, man. Oh, Blackstone, though. Ugh. I mean, I guess I can just mine it up as I need. But oh my god, am I going to need a lot of Blackstone for this. Hey, Dark Hey Universal. Drink motor oil before sleeping. Well, gosh, you're just such a health-conscious person, Universal. Fuck. What should go here? I'm drawing a blank when it comes to, like, let the gas open while you sleep. Let the gas and, the gas, like propane or whatever. And no, we don't have a gas line in our house. That's not possible. But, I get what you're talking about. I get what what joke you're trying to make here. I'm not going to sleep with gas. That would definitely put me to sleep forever. Drink my friend Jim Tom's 180 proof rye whiskey before you sleep. No, I think I would rather shove bamboo under my fingernails and kick a door. Spaceship crashed into that wall. Make spaceship museum for your items. Nah, I don't want it to be too crazy. A spaceship crash site would be really wild. Drink his friend, Jim Tom. Yes. Jim Tom's blood. Yes, that sounds like a good sleep aid, yeah. You arrived to stream to hear me say I can't get deeper? Did you also hear me say I can't get deeper into sleep? Like, that's the crucial part there. Also, I'm going to sleep the night away. I'm tired of the rain and the gunk. Oh my god, I don't know. I feel like I spent the last few days trying to finish up that wall, and now that I've got it done, I don't know what to put on it, on the remaining portion. Ah, shit. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna fly up here onto the center bit. Come on, game. Let me onto the glass. There we go. Oh god, 2.5. That would have been a moment I'd have screamed. Now then. Oh, it has a rainbow and everything. We got to see this in Quake Pro. Ah, damn it. The beacon beams aren't helping. But yeah, oh, that's beautiful. Fuck. So yeah, new wall finished. What else have we kind of gotten all those other wall segments done? So there's just this one hole back here that I just need to think of something that'll really fit in this giant fucking gap. User worlds. Yes, I could use some user worlds. I don't know, maybe. We'll do user worlds toward the end of stream. Water, drink Gem Tom. You can simulate an Aurora Borealis with corals, end rods, and sea pickles if you make a water wall. I don't want to make a giant splash of water. That would get everywhere. Read your suggestion, vertical Aurora Borealis. Spaceship crashed into the wall. Nah, I don't want any of that. Maybe I will get an idea from a user world. I could. Has anybody got one? That's like ready? I know that one guy sent one in. I don't think, what was his name? That guy, Angel. That's it. I know he gave me his world, but I don't think anybody else did. I could look at his. I don't know. I feel bad not doing it on Monday when I said I would. Oh, fill in the gap with a bunch of farms, lava, infernal wall, structure made out of bones, giving it a look of ribs. Ribs isn't a bad choice, but I've already kind of done something similar with this wall, so I kind of want to like do it in a completely unique style with nothing else that I've ever like done. I don't know. I feel like I need to wake up. Which is funny because I've drank a ton of caffeine. You know, tea, coffee, etc. all throughout the day. So, like, I should be caffeinated up and, like, perfect. But I'm not. And it just, I hate that feeling. Okay. So, what miscellaneous materials do I have that I haven't used in a while? I haven't used stained, or what is it? No, it's glazed. Sorry, glazed terracotta. Haven't used that in a while. And I haven't used regular ass terracotta. Specifically cyan terracotta. Since that was the type I used way down there. So actually cyan terracotta, since I've not messed with that in a while. And I remember why I haven't. It's because I have to dig it up and it's a pain in the ass to do that. But I could, you know, there's nothing stopping me. You know what? I might just make this a mining stream. Just a chill, quiet mining stream with nothing seriously going on. I feel like that's so lazy. Like I'd be phoning it in out the ass. But then I feel like I've always phoned it in ever since I started this. So, ring, ring, ring. It's the phoning in phone. Oh my god, Vincent, how are you? Hey. You been doing better, man? I know it's been a hot minute since I last spoke to you. But I'm glad to see you here, man. We got plenty of lapis. And the cactus generator should have been going off this entire time. So we should have... Oh, many a double chest of cactus. All right. See, this was our limiting reagent the last time I was doing anything with cyan terracotta. And that was always a pain. Because I was like, God, I really need an easy way to get, you know, all the items that I want. Okay. So let's do all this. And I'll make like... I'm going to make 2 shulkers of cyan. And that should be more than enough to deal with what I need. That should fulfill my needs. So let's go cook some cactus. With Taz super cooker. Super smelter. Whatever. Okay. So we got all this, got all this. So how are we for... Okay. Because see, the last time I was cooking up netherrack in this, I used up all the carpets that were stored in the furnaces themselves. And that got a little hairy off camera. It can get into a feedback loop of sorts where it doesn't have enough saved carpet stored in each individual furnace. And so it can very quickly, like, the items you're attempting to cook can overwhelm the system. And, oh, fuck. That was an accident. Anyway, and it can prevent you from getting anywhere. You won't be making any progress with smelting items. Had to discover that the hard way. Okay. Put all that in there. I'm so grateful for Ta for giving me, or to Ta for giving me this. The schematic for this. This is a great smelter. There we go. Right, so let's see how much it gives me in one go round. 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so every time it bounces back and forth, that's three bits of dye. And you know, I'll take that. I'll take that. I should remind him how I ran into the door, or he ran into a door. Ixoy? What? Ixoy ran into a door, did he? Oh well. Not the end of the damn world, I guess. Okay, so that'll be doing its thing. I'll get another, I'll get a shulker full of lapis when I return. But for now, I think I'm going to get 5 shulkers of regular-ass terracotta. The hardened kind. You ate 6 people today. Wow. Are you, you on a diet, Top Hat? Are you by chance trying to cut down on people? Or are you just trying to not eat as many people? Because if you're trying to cut down on people, you know, I realize the population crisis may be getting a little out of hand, but like, you know, eating people's not the answer, man. But that's okay. You're still a patriotic soul. I appreciate your efforts to keep, you know, the population crisis to a minimum. But 6 people is, I don't know. That's not really going to do anything. Like, you would have to eat 6,000 people to even remotely make a dent. Trying to eat more people. Okay, well, I commend your efforts. Even if you are, you know, I tell you, like, that's like having a quota so absurdly large. You're like, well, you know, maybe if I try a little bit harder, I can make it. But it's out of your hands, man. I don't know. Eating more people, I don't feel like that's going to be... You'll never be good enough. You'll never be good enough, Top Hat. Oh shit, I can't go into electrify mode. Damn it. Oh well. Why would we humans ever want to meet aliens when we have no reason to ever leave the solar system? We will eventually have reason to leave the solar system. Oh, and also, that jump started my brain on a topic that we got some really interesting stuff. So if you've been on my streams and, you know, been around my channel long enough, you've probably heard me say something to the effect of extraterrestrials are too far away to get a block and then fly. But that requires effort. I don't want to do that. Uh-oh. Well, he went through that portal. Anyway, so, yes, yay, nerd shit. Exactly. It may be that we do indeed have to worry about aliens. Oh. The hell? Oh, that's where you are. Instant karma. Get wrecked. Anyway, so it may be. So just to sort of play a little bit of catch up, there was a congressional hearing that a whistleblower, several whistleblowers, had been responsible for, you know, catching people's attention. As it turns out, there have been reports, unsubstantiated, but, reports nonetheless, that aliens or some sort of extraterrestrial influence has existed. And this is, in fact, quite real. And these are coming from rather high governmental, places. And yesterday, one such hearing was able to sort of go on. And, a lot of the stuff that was said, even though some of it couldn't be confirmed as much as we'd have liked, a lot of things, specifically extra-dimensional, interference, aliens from other dimensions, that seems far more likely. And apparently, according to this one, I think he was an Air Force somebody or something or another, he mentioned that, yeah, that was actually quite, that was the going framework. That was the theory to explain who they were and where they came from. So we might actually have aliens, but more by accident. But I don't know. It depends. It's very hard to say. But I think that might be what's going on here. In which case, I was only half right. Because, as I said, if you've been around for any length of time, you've heard me rant about how there are no aliens near us. Faster than light travel is impossible. There's no way to for them to get here from wherever they are, right? Well, that may still be true, but passing through other dimensions is, insofar as we can tell, perfectly valid. There's nothing explicitly saying it's impossible. Laws of physics may not like faster than light travel, but extra-dimensional travel, well, there aren't any, stops to prevent that. There is no inherent paradox to traveling between dimensions. So the universe might just allow that, which means that explains why we've seen, aliens in certain contexts and certain environments. They're actually quite, real in that if one of them decides to come to us, there isn't much we can do about that. Interdimensional bridge. Oh, ha ha ha. I get what reference you're trying to make there. You're cute, Poncho, but that isn't quite what that's supposed to mean. However, it's definitely very interesting, especially if the upper, higher dimensional alien theory is true. Meaning aliens or intelligent life in higher dimensions, like the 4th, 5th, or 6th dimension. And so we could only ever see a small portion of them at any one time, which explains why, certain eyewitness, and I mean high government official eyewitness testimony that would explain the guy who, oh God, what was he? Was he an Air Force sergeant or something? He said at that hearing yesterday that there were reports of craft that were inexplicably in, hurricane level winds, inexplicably just chilling, stationary, totally static in midair, crazy shit like that, stuff that would be nigh impossible for us. Things that I don't know. I don't even know where to begin with a theoretical framework. Like, how would you build a craft that could withstand gale force winds and not move an inch? Something like that. Even a mountain crumbles a little bit in the face of winds, high stress winds. So I don't know. So it's weird. True, it could mean faster than light is indirectly possible through dimension hopping, akin to super. What is SW, Universum? I feel like I should know that. The shorthand is eluding me at the moment. But yeah, I get what you're meaning. Folding dimensional space to be able to get to other pockets of space that you should otherwise not be able to reach. That makes perfect sense. If that's possible, and they're aliens from elsewhere in the universe, this universe, simply because they're capable of folding space to get here, I'll accept that. But that also kind of still is a little mind-boggling because you're, do you know how big space, even if you can fold space. You know how fucking large space is? How absurd your finding and detection has to be for us to not detect you, but for you to appear near Earth if you can fold space or whatever? Like, holy fucking shit, that's crazy. That's awesome, but it's crazy. Like, to think that that's... I guess those people, those aliens, won the damn lottery, because most worlds are not habitable. What if the white hole is just the other side of a black hole? That's irrelevant, Chase. Don't worry about that. Ta-hack could do that. Well, you should supply this wonderful ta-hack to everybody then. The U.S. government could do a lot of good with ta-hack. Probably. Maybe. We'll see. We discovered the wormholes are theoretically possible. Wormholes, from what we understand, have singularities at their centers. So that's really not good. Let the glowies use ta-hack. What could go wrong? No, but in all seriousness, it's probably a matter of some higher level of physics they are capable of taking advantage of for now that we aren't. I don't know. It's all very peculiar. Large crafts just aren't practical. Also, American measurements moment. What's the American measurement you're referring to? What measurement did I use? Place looks so familiar, it reminds you of the fan server next to your castle. Oh, I'm sorry, Arabella. That's how it goes. Lego elaborate further for New Zealanders 3 football fields. Oh, did Top Hat say something about football fields in terms of size? This may be sci-fi nerd in me, but why are all the crafts so small? Are they just probes or drones? Why haven't we seen larger crafts, football fields in size? The going theory is that we're not seeing the full craft. If they are... oh, damn it, I'm losing my voice already. If they are extra dimensional, or if they're from a higher dimension, you may not be seeing the full craft because only a part of it is in the third dimension at any one time. So you're only able to see a 3-dimensional projection of a 4th or 5th dimensional object. Sort of like you can only see in 2 dimensions, you wouldn't be able to see the 3rd dimension, right? You wouldn't be able to see that the full depth of something. You'd be missing that 3rd dimension. So from the 2nd dimension, you would only see small cross sections of a 3-dimensional object, but it would move inexplicably to what 2nd dimension logic should dictate. Likewise, for a 4th or higher dimensional object, you would only ever see a 3rd dimensional slice of it. And so its movements and its size and its behavior is going to defy what 3-dimensional properties you would expect it to have. So it's going to dip around and move in crazy ways. It's going to do stuff you don't expect, and you're only going to see a small portion of it. But it's not that there isn't a bigger part. It's just that you're not able to, at any one time, notice it. At least that's the going theory. But the thing of it is, from what we understand, there have been aggression. Yes, actual aggression between these extraterrestrial beings, whoever they are. There have been acts of aggression. So I guess like dogfights, sorties, that sort of thing. And as a result, like, people have gotten injured. People have lost their lives. Humans have lost their lives in these accidents. But so too apparently have aliens. The guy, the Air Force dude, he said we have bodies. He refused to make any statements definitively because I think he's being prosecuted, or he's going to be, or something like that, by the U.S. government for leaking. And they're not going to be happy with him if he tells too many details, but, like, he was all too happy to give details behind closed doors, apparently. So I don't know. There's some crazy shit afoot. Why aren't these guys rolling up in CSO? It's too hard to say for sure, but apparently that's the going explanation. There isn't there either isn't enough of a reason for them to, or there are not enough of them in one area to bother. You know, the people running into us, or the aliens running into us, are like a small voyage, a small, you know, scout vessel, that type of thing. Like, there just isn't a bigger thing to have roll up on us. And also, put yourself in this position for a moment. If you're the alien, and you're capable of rolling up on literally anyone, do you want to conquer them? Do you want to run in there and decimate the hell out of them and destroy them and, you know, all that? Or do you maybe want to hold back a while and see what type of culture they have? Try to study them, figure out, you know, because, like, running into a lesser civilization that is pre-space flight or whatever, that is an opportunity that you would not get under ordinary circumstances. That's an excellent opportunity to do, you know, an extensive amount of study. Like, that's an opportunity I don't think any scientist would willingly squander. And if you're able to, you know, maneuver through space or fold space or whatever, to be able to do all this shit, yeah, you must have some level of, you know, investment for wanting to see how a civilization lesser than yourselves shapes out. You know, you want to know where this is going, who they are, what they're capable of. I don't think it's immediately a matter of, well, how can we plunder their world for resources? I don't know. That doesn't feel right to me. It feels more like they would be interested, if they have even the slightest bit of self-awareness, they would have to at least be somewhat interested in how we exist, you know? Why can't we know about these aliens? Why are they being kept secret? That's a damn good question, Chase. I don't think any one person who has access to this information is really certain themselves. See, that's the thing. With a big government body having a monopoly on some sort of information, it's very difficult to gauge at all points throughout that government body. It's difficult to gauge who knows what, how much they know, and why they know it. You know, to know this type of information, you need security clearance. Well, the justification for security clearance, it varies so wildly. Back in the Cold War, it was you need to be an asset to the United States. You need to not be a foreign agent or provably a foreign agent. You need to be, your loyalty must be beyond doubt, beyond reproach. And, you know, I think to a lot of these government types, it is a definitive matter of survival. There's no question, simply because we cannot reasonably ascertain their motives, where they come from, what they want, etc., etc. Because it's nigh impossible, because I guess these aliens don't want to sit and chat. They don't care to interact or anything of that nature. So as a result, you've no way to know what they're up to, what they're going to do next. You know, all of this stuff. So it quickly becomes a matter of, the fewer people who are in the know, the less likelihood there is of a situation spiraling out of control and possibly leading to war. I'm thinking it's a self-defense mechanism. The government just automatically goes to a sort of cover-up, concealing kind of mentality, simply because that was the operating standard for decades during the Cold War. Military intelligence has always been on a need-to-know basis. That's just always how they've operated. So their go-to tactic is cover up and conceal, because that's just the best way to prevent an escalation to beyond saving, to beyond help. Because they're worried about something getting out of hand. And yes, I don't blame them. That might have been the proper thing to do. Maybe. Or at least it may have started that way. I've heard a lot of allegations which is why the whistleblower blew the whistle. A lot of allegations of money being funded and funneled into these things and then just magically disappearing, which means someone is, sucking up funds and lining their pockets, which is par for the course, government corruption, etc., etc. Nothing new. It's not good, but it's also not old either. Or it's not new either. I think pretty much every government program of any kind has had or has still someone leeching off of it in a way. And that's another thing too, is if these government programs are capable of being investigated transparently on the fly, they will be found out to be parasiting off of these programs because, as I said, there are probably people lining their pockets right now, like right this minute, making a lot of money off of these programs that maybe don't need the funding that they say they need. And also another reason that government's programs fuck up and get bloated, which in turn leads to secrecy and cover-ups, is just simply government funding works in such a way that if you're not spending a set amount of money every year, every fiscal year, they cut you back. So if you're not justifying every cent you're given, and then some, you'll be cut off at the knees. And as a result, you don't get anywhere. Programs can wither and die on the vine. And some of these programs are actually vital. Like, some of these programs are responsible for monitoring North Korea to ensure they don't do horrible shit to China, Taiwan, Japan, etc. Some of these programs, not so much. It varies. It just varies very wildly. And a lot of these programs are extremely lucrative because nobody's really looking at them. And they get millions and millions and millions of dollars a year. In some cases, billions. So, of course, that's a cash cow. So, yeah, human greed. That's probably the biggest reason that a lot of these alien-related things have so much secrecy. It's just they're so old. They have never had any transparency at all. And there are people parasiting the hell out of them. And the moment these things would be exposed, careers would be over. Exposing this would mean lots and lots and lots of finger pointing. Really convoluted investigations would have to occur because lots of human corruption is at the root of it. And you would just have a shit show. And God, it would be hilarious to watch. But at the same time, it would look really, really bad for a lot of government officials who would then basically have to resign because, well, that's how it works. If you get tarred and feathered enough in the public eye, and you're a military person, you go bye-bye. And a lot of these types don't want that. They want their career to continue. And I can kind of see why. I wouldn't want my career to abruptly just go poof. But also, on the flip side, maybe don't siphon millions and millions of dollars over the course of decades. It's just me. I don't know. How long have the aliens been influencing us? We don't know. I don't think they've been influencing us. Because I don't think they communicate with us. From what we've heard about these alien run-ins, it's a mystery. And only theoretical frameworks have been proposed to explain what's going on. But we cannot, get a hold of them. So this whole government's controlled by aliens bullshit, no, not even remotely true. Simply because you cannot control a government if you never even talk to the people in question. In other words, the government is just as in the dark as we are. We just don't know. So I'm pretty sure it's a matter of they probably didn't expect, at least at first, they probably didn't expect to end up on Earth, and that Earth was not only an inhabited planet, but also had intelligent species capable of challenging them. They probably didn't expect that. And we sure as shit didn't expect them to ever show up on our doorstep, let alone vanish as inexplicably. And so here we are. We're just kind of, it's a Mexican standoff kind of. But, like, neither side seems to really be communicating at all. But I'm pretty sure that's because neither side can communicate. Everybody immediately wants to resort to the idea of, well, it must be, the worst of the worst of the worst. And no, remember the saying, what is it? Don't be so quick to assume malice when incompetence can be just as adequate an explanation. And yeah, I think that's the case here. Don't be so quick to assume, malice when it's just pure incompetence. In the case of the money thing, I mean, it's just because, the government is huge and yeah, money. The government is the biggest circulator / handler of money probably in the world. The American government probably has more money flowing through its coffers at any one time than probably even Elon Musk. Simply because Elon Musk is a singular person, whereas the government is an amalgamation of apparatuses. Apparati? I don't know. And like the government is an incredibly lucrative, very, very cushy system to end up being involved with. Like, government contracts are routinely some of the best paying contracts ever. Mostly because a lot of their shit is, overpurported and inflated to hell and back. I seem to recall hearing something about, government toilets being $180,000 or something crazy, when your average plumber could install it for a 1/100th of that, or 1/1000th of that price, or something crazy. And it's simply because they know a lot of people can charge the government for governmental contracts, and they can just name their price. A government contract is a blank check within reason, because they know the government will be good for it. They know that whatever they do will more or less get done, and they know that they probably won't have anyone come behind them and check them, double check their progress, and that no one will really challenge it. And they'll say, it cost us so much an hour, here's our invoice, sayonara. And nobody will think twice about that. And so there is an awful lot of money that circulates through government, simply because nobody thinks anything of it. And so, yeah, you better believe anything top secret is probably even more lucrative than that. What's a Mexican standoff? It refers to old spaghetti Western movies. A lot of these movies may have been shot in Italy, thus the title Spaghetti Western. But a lot of these movies, their plots take place in Mexico or the American Southwest. Because, they're the Wild West. That was the Wild West. And a lot of things would be, you'd have a Mexican gang run rampant, and they'd come up into the Americas somewhere, and they'd be outlaws, and they'd be murdering and killing. Or they'd be Americans doing the same. It didn't matter. And you would have the one lone lawman, the Lone Ranger. Sometimes these would happen in Texas. Obviously, Texas leads into Mexico. And, yeah, it was just, you would have a Mexican standoff, as in, you would have a standoff of a life or death fight that would occur somewhere in this area, because also Mexico owned some of this area at that time. Some of these areas were dubiously American, dubiously independent, dubiously Mexican. It just depended. And yeah, that's sort of where the phrase came from. So it evolved to mean a standoff to decide some event. Standoff, battle to the death. That sort of thing. Baby Yoda is cringe. Why are we talking about Baby Yoda now? Baby Yoda was fine. I saw some of, Mandalorian. It was actually not half bad. I liked it when he got to his home planet and found that it was a complete and total ruin. 2B2T no life standoff? Yeah, that's never going to happen. Those guys ran screaming. Sadly. Die, baby. Die, zombie. Oh, like two groups of people with guns pointed at each other. Yeah, that's what it that's what it means now, but like it's more figurative now than literal. Back in the day, it was more literal than anything else. But that's how it goes. You know, real life events influence people's vernacular, and then it becomes a colloquial phrase, and the next thing you know, it's a what would you call that? A saying. It's an idiom. That's it. And that's how it goes. The evolution of language, ladies and gentlemen. Also, damn, I have destroyed the entire fucking mesa. And now I have become Mesa, Miner of Worlds. Oh yeah, that reminds me, I saw Oppenheimer. I never had the chance to talk about it. Oh my god. Oppenheimer was goated. Holy shit, that movie is so good. Like, it's very loud in a lot of places, but like, holy fuck, Oppenheimer. Damn. 10 out of 10 movie of the year. I don't even know where to begin. Like, there's a heavy undertone throughout the movie that they destroyed the world. But it was a figurative destruction. And that was true. They did. You know, the invention of the atomic bomb, it did destroy the old world. But, you know, that's how civilization evolves. There are before and after civilization, points in civilization. There are before and after points in all civilization. There was before civilization, where our ancient ancestors were hunter-gatherers. And then there was the after, where people started domesticating animals, growing crops, you know. And there was a before, a marked before, and a very distinct after. The most recent before and after that comes to mind is COVID. There was a before COVID and an after COVID. That's how civilization is. So yeah, Oppenheimer. There was a lot of hand-wringing toward the end, mostly because they weren't sure that this wasn't going to get out to the Russians, which it did. And obviously Chernobyl is proof that that didn't go as well as they had hoped. But also, like, the idea of this stuff is going to proliferate because it exists. People know it exists now. This is an unavoidable fact of life. Now that it is known that a nuclear weapon, you know, that the atom can be harvested in this manner, that's it. It's going to be used. And the funny thing is, like, all of the people involved were more or less, like, they felt morally convicted to do something because they realized what a Pandora's box they'd opened. But the thing of it is, same with Pandora's box itself, ironically, I'm fairly certain that would have happened anyway. You can't really blame, you know, Oppenheimer. You can't blame, who else was involved? Teller. Paul Teller. You can't blame some of these people. Enrico Fermi. Like, so many of these people were involved and were vital to the overall project. But, like, this was gonna happen. This was always, if civilization hadn't ended through some other means, this was always gonna happen. And it's one of those things where it's like, with COVID, people learned that a virus can be not only engineered, it can spread like wildfire and shut all of life down. But at the same time, that was inevitable. Something was going to show up eventually, whether it was COVID or Ebola or, you know, something else. Something was going to occur that was a virus that would rip through society. That was an inevitability. Whether it was the Chinese who did it, or we did it, or someone else did it, someone was going to do it. Someone's going to pull the trigger. It is but a matter of time. And that's just kind of how it is. That's civilization in a nutshell. Every possible invention will eventually be invented. And you can't worry about pulling the trigger. Someone will do it. So it may as well be a somewhat responsible world power who does it. Now, in the case of the Chinese, I don't consider them that. They're not. But also, you know, I don't think that we could reasonably have stopped or prevented this. However, we haven't seen the world fall apart yet. You know, we worried so long about, you know, nuclear weapons destroying everybody. We'll nuke ourselves first. Well, now we'll virus ourselves. And like, I don't think so. I don't think humanity is that foolish. We're foolish. We'll do some dumb shit. We will definitely do reprehensible things if we get a little too full of ourselves. But that we are doomed to be destroyed, I don't know. I don't see it. I see that it's possible, but I don't believe that's how we'll do it. We won't go out that way. Now, that doesn't mean we won't inadvertently cause some really, really tragic stuff. I have no doubt we'll cause some tragedies. Now you've become Pop, destroyer of glucose. Good idea, Poncho. But at some point, you know, we don't want to die and end civilization and destroy ourselves. We really don't want that. Like, yes, we do stupid stuff, but I don't get that feeling that civilization and humanity wants to end. You know, we want to push the boundaries. Maybe some people want to have more control. Certainly. But I don't think it's a pure matter of we want to die and that we want to, you know, ruin all of humanity. I don't think so. I think there's a little more to it than that. Unicron will eat all of us. I don't buy into anything showing up here immediately and eating us all or killing us all. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it all works. I could be dead wrong. I will, you know, I won't rule that possibility out. I could be completely wrong. Maybe we are all screwed and we just don't know it yet. But until it happens, I will not falter in my assessment. I believe in humanity. Just a little bit. Even if only a little bit more than your average person. Your average person seems doomed to believe that humanity is doomed because we're our own worst enemy or something like that. I don't know. I don't know about that. Okay. Wonder how the first appearance of an alien publicly will hopefully be in a Joe Rogan podcast format. No. The alien won't know how to communicate with us. What if, as an extra-dimensional being, or extra-dimensional means third-dimensional, but from an alternate universe. What if their ability to communicate with us is, like, tied to time? Like, we meet with them, and they speak to us, but they speak to us through time. And so their reply comes in the past and in the future simultaneously, and we don't know how to make sense of it. Like, humans are clever. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure we'll figure that part out eventually, but, like, you're never going to get a Joe Rogan podcast type experience with an alien. I don't think that's terribly realistic. Would be cool as hell, though. I agree. I would love that, but I just don't. I don't believe that's going to happen. They could just know English not hard. I mean, that's possible. What if we do encounter aliens who are extra-dimensional? They're three-dimensional beings. They're just from a different universe. And they're more than capable, what if they're even human? They're more than capable of learning English. That could happen. That would be wild. A more advanced human civilization from a parallel universe. And in all honesty, I think that will be our very first extraterrestrial contact. If I had to guess, I would say that's how that's going to go down. But I don't know. It's still a guess. Quintessa and the rest of the Quintessans will rise up against Cybertronian. Oh, okay, whatever. Dumb Transformer shit. Got it. Refresh. Oh, yeah. If it's lagging for you, it's probably a... Yeah, I have a good connection. It's you, mate. Sorry. Oh, Universin. I like that. An open area. Well, I would still need to frame that area. I can't just leave it completely open. I need to, like, put something in the wall segment there. But that is a good idea, though. That does also save me on labor and materials. So thank you. Thank you for your wonderful idea. Thank you. I knew I would get something. Someone would give me a good idea. Sometimes that's all I need. We were them all along. That would be interesting, but not like... That would be quite a twist if extra-dimensional humans, you know, had already been to Earth and have even bred with us. That would be hilarious. Though I think if that were the case, we would see some sort of inexplicable regional DNA of some kind that we wouldn't know how to explain. Like, you can attribute most regionalities with a genetic heritage of some kind. So I don't know, an extra-dimensional alien, or extra-dimensional human rather, would who knows, they might have an ethnicity we simply don't have. That would be crazy. But I don't know, I don't think it would really matter too much in the long run. Either way, fun ideas to think about, definitely. I hope I've tickled the creative parts of your brains that have made you want to dream about the unknown. I don't know. Ah, hey SMC, how are you? Okay, let's see here. So I got everything on this layer. Where's somewhere else that I need to, like, go? There's got to be, like, a bunch of terracotta, preferably in a 2-block thick layer that I can just chew through everything. If Minecraft were a collectathon. Oh, shit. Now then, Jacktherippa 1. Oh, okay. Imagine if the aliens we encountered were the Flood from Halo. Oh, that would be terrible. I don't know too much about Halo, but I know the Flood were, like, the worst of the worst. They were not only the universal bad guys, and you know you're really fucked up when literally every other alien race hates you just as much as the main characters hate you. Not only were they universally hated, they were also like the Borg. You couldn't escape them. Like, they would always do what they could to, you know, basically assimilate and eat you. And by extension, you know, the whole race. Really fucked up shit. No? Harry Potter cringe? Oh, Hogwarts Legacy. Oh, that's what you were saying no to. I have not yet played Hogwarts Legacy. I don't really care. Harry Potter isn't really, like, cringe. It just doesn't matter to me. Flood are pretty much super intelligent galactic zombies. Ooh. Well, you know, it do be that way. Thought buying from villagers would be a decent source of terracotta? No, it really isn't. If you can get 15 to 30 villagers who all sell the same type of terracotta you want, you could probably get away with that. But since it's all totally randomized, you have to do a ton of setup. But that's also not impossible either. That ton of setup. So who knows? 16 at a time. I got them down to 10. 16 at a time times 30 is a few stacks in one fell swoop. You know, it's not the worst. You can maybe do something with that, Stone. I don't know. Sending you flood explanations and lore and DMs. Okay. I mean, I guess. Suppose I don't have anything better to do. Imagine if we find aliens only to find out they are genetically the same. Yeah, within a certain genetic range. Yeah, that would be wild. But in that case, they'd be obviously human. You wouldn't have to, like, guess. You would be able to tell at a glance, oh, you've got, you know, the same features we do. Oh, interesting. So having the surprise be that they're genetically similar wouldn't really be much of a surprise because it would be obvious on first glance. I mean, unless they, like, sent envoys, and those envoys were revealed to be human, and we just didn't know because they hid behind technology, then I could see. But I don't know. I feel like we'd be getting into some sci-fi B-movie plot at that point. So that's some stupid ass the day the Earth stood still bullshit. And I'm just not a fan of those types of movies. Did I move the beacon that was originally up here, or did I make two? Yes, I did move it. Okay. Whoa. Why the frame rate? No go. Okay, so we got a decent bit over... Oh, it slopes off this way. I see now. How much more space do I have to chew through on this edge? The mesa is big. Ask an alien for wall designs. Very funny. Need a few of each color, but it's a pain with randomized double color. Yep. Not worth it. Especially when I've got a giant mesa with, you know, all the stuff I need on it. Lately, I've been getting addicted to police chase videos where suspects bug out when they see the police show up and they're like, "Ooh, I'm out. I'm gone." 3, 1, 2, 3. And, oh my god, the amount of, like, reckless endangerment. I'm very, very glad the police... Like, I've never seen a successful flee from the police, you know? I've only ever seen people draw out more police officers and the police get really angry and stuff like that. El Chapo capture POV. No, not stuff like that. But more average people. Less gang member types. Although some of these people were known gang members, so, you know, that is what it is. Not really the drug cartel El Chapo types. Why are you so obsessed with El Chapo, Poncho? Infinite amount of being anything? What? I have 10 for one, fit mine some? Oh, okay. I guess. But yeah, what is the appeal with El Chapo? Like... He's not good. I don't want to, like, imagine him as one of my countrymen. In fact, I'd be quite mad if somebody like El Chapo was American. Because, I mean, he'd give us, you know, a bad rap. Okay, let's put these over here. These are full. This one's being filled. These two are empty. All right, cool. So I always know what part of the process I'm in. Okay, now then. Peso Puma. Popular music is being made for him? Really? What the fuck? Uh-oh. I didn't mean to stare at you. Okay. Let's kite this fucker to the ocean. Oh, skeleton. A skeleton was shooting at me. Oh, I was gonna do Jaws. Nope. Well, you know, it do be that way. Sir, could I please stop you, or ask you to stop shooting at me? I'm trying to repair the hole that your friend made. It's very rude. Please stop living. Now then. I'm gonna make up some more rockets to sort of patch the deficit I've got. And anyway, lava walls, never. I do not want to have a giant mess to clean up. Live death? No. No live death, sorry. You weren't about to get a death out of me. Hi. Okay. Now then. Cartels commission music to get viral worldwide is something that represents us even more forward and beyond. Really? That's fucked. I don't think they deserve to have that level of power, but what the hell can I do about it? Multiverse, I guess, would be more like other dimensions. Yes. More or less. But yeah, the cartels having that level of representation, like, holy shit, that's awful. Stream snipers, I swear to God. Yeah, the skeletal snipers. Ooh. If the universe is infinite, then universes are only separated by distance. We're not sure about that, if they're infinite. And if they aren't, then that would explain why they wouldn't be separated by distance. At least I think. Spotify's #1 worldwide right now is Peso Pluma, a Mexican artist that receives commissions from the strongest cartels here. Holy fuck. And obviously nobody's going to, you know, go to Mr. Pluma and say, hey, stop taking money from the cartels. And he'll be like, no. Because they'll fucking kill him if he did, I imagine. Ever see Paycheck? No, I've not. The universe is 93 billion light years across. I don't think so. I think that's only the observable universe. But I don't know. It depends. The numbers keep fucking changing is the problem. Ben Affleck's movie. Okay. Well, I might see it. I don't know. What's Paycheck about? Ben Affleck isn't really like one of those actors I care much about. 0 years is smaller than 93. Oh, really? I guess I got that number wrong. Unemployment stands strong. What's that have to do with anything, Ani? Wait a minute, never mind, I was wrong. Okay, I thought so. Hey, Travis. Oh, God, what is wrong with me? Constantly having to yawn. Maybe I'll be able to stay asleep tonight. And like actually fall asleep and be asleep throughout the whole night. Oh my God, yeah, you were born in 2004. Holy fuck, dude. I've been watching a series of Yu-Gi-Oh! History videos. And like 2004 was like prime Yu-Gi-Oh! And I was just like, damn, I remember all of this. And you telling me you were born in 2004 just makes me go, oh my God. You can't help it or anything. It's just, wow. Oh, fuck. Stop. Stop it. And it's just so strange to think that, yeah, being born in 2004 was such a common occurrence. And yeah, I mean, you know, there probably are millions of people who were born at that time, but like, I don't know, it's just so strange to think that a time which I just entered high school, you know, prime of my childhood, pretty much, going into a teenage years, like, fucking hell, so much stuff happened in 2004 that I loved. Those were great years. 2003, 2002 to 2007, roughly. Yeah, I'm digging it out, Wade. I need stuff. I need build blocks. Oh, shit. All this is going to despawn if I don't get it in a box soon. Ow, my arm is itching. There we go. But yeah, it's definitely something. 90s babies. Oh, the 90s were the best. Definitely. I'm so happy I was born in the 90s. Well, no, I was born in 89, but close enough. Like, I'm so happy I was a 90s kid. That's what I mean. Just the amount of stuff that I got to see and experience that I'd have otherwise not. I can't imagine having been born later or earlier, because there have been so many things I was fortunate enough to be able to partake in. It's very much one of those right place at the right time kind of things. 2004 was the year that Half-Life 2 came out. Like, that's just how mind-boggling that is. Like, Half-Life 2. Your dad is like he was born in 69. Oh. Because of the meme, or because the year we went to the moon? Or some other reason? Because if you're going to be all like, haha, 69, nice, I'm going to ignore you. Oh my God, that shadow of that bush up there. I thought that was a spider. And I was like, ooh, a spider. No. Did I take part in World War II? No, I didn't. World War II was over long before I was born. Do the math with the numbers in my name and you'll find your birth date. No thanks. Too much effort. Didn't ask. Etc., etc. 2243, did the math. Wow, you were born in 43, Ani. Cool. I guess. Oh, you meant when you were asking Did he participate? Oh, no, wait, no, that was afterward. Never mind. What was that in reference to, Poncho? Did you participate in World War II? Was born in 2007. Jesus Christ, Chase. I was a child still. I miss the good old days. I do too, Travis. I do. I do too. Did you watch Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network more as a kid? Only 90s kids will be able to give a good answer to this. Big tech advancements in our age? Yep. No cells to camera cells? Yep. Cell phones were a thing of the past. Or, sorry, not a thing. Were a thing of the future. Only for them to eventually come into being. You watch Cartoon Network now, okay. Well, you would have been mid to late 2000s. So, like, yeah, that would have been Cartoon Network's prime. Whereas, Nickelodeon was better in the early 90s. And then it would fluctuate back and forth from Cartoon Network to Nickelodeon. Like, both of them had, you know, great moments, great times, and then bad moments, bad times. There was a part where Cartoon Network didn't show cartoons, and that was insane. Nobody liked that. I began existence in 2005. Damn, Coperator. You're a year younger than Poncho. 2005 Yu-Gi-Oh! Was amazing as well. Can't imagine, like... That's just nuts to me. All of you young zoomers who were born in this era where I was already in high school and I was like... You would not have liked me back then. I was a completely different Jack. I was not fun to be around. Pull it? Twist it? Oh, you mean bop it. What'd you say, Travis? You didn't watch TV. Wow. Like, if you told me I don't watch TV now, I would say yes, that is correct. Perfectly understandable. But not having watched TV in the 90s to early 2000s at the fucking heyday of good television? Like, you do know that you missed out in a supremely unfortunate way. That's like saying, oh, I didn't see the moon landing. I could have, but fuck it, who cares? It's just the moon landing. Like, you missed out on so many awesome shows. You missed out on making who knows how many memories. Like, damn, Travis, I feel bad for you. There were so many awesome things that you probably didn't get to say or get to see or do because of... Oh, fucking shit, I broke my pick. Oh. I broke my Silk Touch pickaxe. Fuck. God damn it. I was trying to, like, get up to the 2 or 3 durability point. Fuck. It went too quick. Oh. Now I'll have to finish it off with this. God damn it. I'll have to make a new one. Rip. Yeah, you witnessed the Big Bang, I know. I mean, it's just a netherite pick. It can be made again. It's not the end of the world. As annoying as it is to lose one, it's not impossible to get. Oh, wait. Shit. I don't have a template. That's right, you need the netherite upgrade template. Fuck. Well, I mean, a diamond pick is still just as good. So it's not like I'm, like, missing out too much, but, like, I'm not going to be able to make it netherite till I find a template. Ooh. That is unfortunate. And annoying. Oh, well. You brain farted and wrote CN to write PBS Kids. Oh, okay. I was 3 when when Thea crashed into Earth. Well, technically it wasn't Earth, it was Proto-Earth. Grew up on cable television? Oh, lucky Sam. I grew up on satellite and cable a lot. But yeah, wow, not having Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon as a kid in the 90s. Like, holy shit, dude. Well, that's your burden to bear, I guess. I feel bad for you, but I guess I can only really feel so bad for someone. I don't know, was that your parents' fault? Or was that your decision as a kid? Because, like, that's messed up. You got deprived hard to you when you were out of the house. Aha. Was it your parents' influence or your own decision? And TV just didn't appeal to you at that time. Which I find baffling, but sure. It was your parents. No wonder. Okay, I kind of figured it was, because no self-respecting child in the 90s would have been like, nah, I don't watch TV. Now, as a self-respecting adult, nah, I don't watch TV. Fuck that shit. TV is garbage and for normies. But, like, I'm very glad I grew up with the parents that I grew up with. They gave me so much more freedom that I would later come to understand as an extreme luxury. Not, like, negligent, but a level of freedom that many of my friends didn't have. And apparently, come to find out, even people like Travis, who are a little bit younger than me, would have also not have had. And, like, I never got that. Were your parents, like... Yeah, they were. That's right. You told me. Well, I won't say that out loud, but, like, was it their beliefs? Was that why? They didn't want you to be corrupted or whatever? These people didn't have TV where you lived, so it was normal. Oh, okay. That explains it then. Yeah, okay. So the place you guys were, I'm not going to say. But, yeah, okay. That makes a lot more sense. Even though that is still extremely unfortunate. Damn. Well, you're in luck. If you ever get bored and want something to watch, there are a fuck ton of really, really good, really, really amazing shows that I can point you in the direction of that you will enjoy. Some of the cartoons, not so much, because they were not that great. I mean, they're good, but they were like Dexter's Lab. I don't know that you would enjoy Dexter's Lab, especially if you didn't grow up with it. Like if you'd be seeing Dexter's Lab for the very first time as an adult, not as a kid. I don't know that that's something you would really care about. But some shows like Darkwing Duck, Gargoyles, Adventure Time, so many others like that, you would get a kick out of them. They'd be great. But yeah, damn. I mean, if it wasn't normal, I'd feel bad for you, but since it was normal where you were at that point, maybe it's not that bad. Could be a lot worse, I suppose. Just, wow. I can't imagine having not had TV when I was a kid. Feel bad for kids growing up with Coco Melon. Yeah. I mean, on the bright side, you know, anyone who feels bad for a kid growing up with Coco Melon can just, I don't know, cyberbully that person later or something when they grow up. You know, ooh, you grew up with Coco Melon. Ooh, get out of my Facebook group. Ooh. I'm being facetious, by the way. But yeah, I love Regular Show. Your Regular Show was good from what I understand. I never got to see it, but I haven't heard bad things about it, so it's probably worth watching. Chowder was really funny. Cat Dog was really cute, but I saw that as a kid. So it may be one of those that doesn't really hold up as an adult. I don't know. You know, I found a YouTube channel that just uploads old Toonami blocks and Toonami The Midnight Run and old Adult Swim anime blocks from apparently before some of you guys were even born. And, of course, these are mega nostalgic for me. And I was like, damn, what else has this person got? And as it turns out, they've got some Kids WB stuff. Oh, fuck off. Anyway, they got some Kids WB stuff, some ABC Saturday morning stuff, like, and I tried rewatching some of these older ones, and some of these cartoons just really don't hold up as an adult. But cartoons like Recess, what was another really good one? Hey Arnold. You know, these are fucking gold. They still hold up as an adult. Doraemon, yeah, Doraemon holds up. Well, Doraemon is almost nothing but reruns. Do they even make new episodes of that? I don't think they do. I'm pretty sure I heard that show was finally ended at a certain point. It was sometime in the mid-2000s, I think. The extent of animated entertainment that I got when you were younger were those Studio Ghibli movies. Well, those are good. I'm not going to lie. Those were not a bad place to start. The Ghibli movies, or Ghibli movies as they like to call them, they're not terrible. They're not everything, but they're not terrible. I would realistically rewatch Regular Show and Adventure Time and The Amazing World of Gumball. Yeah, Gumball, that was another one. But I never saw Gumball or Regular Show. I only watched a little bit of Adventure Time. And yeah, as an adult, it looked good enough. You know, it would hold my attention. But unfortunately, we don't have Netflix. We don't have all that other junk anymore. It's just not worth it. So there was no real easy way to see some of that. And I didn't care. Like Arthur. Yeah, Arthur was another good one. Hey Arnold was goated, yep. What anime was I into in the late 90s, early 2000s? So late 90s, the anime boom began to take off in America. And so we had Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon. Tenchi Muyo was about to air. I want to rewatch Tenchi Muyo. Tenchi Muyo is really good. Outlaw Star was about to air. So Outlaw Star was, I think by 99 or 98 or 99, Outlaw Star was already airing. Pretty sure. Cowboy Bebop would come out, one of the best anime ever made, would come out in 98. Wouldn't show up on Adult Swim until like 2001, I want to say. Oh, fuck you, dodging my arrow like that. Did you see his ass? He just casually walked to his right. Ugh. Perfect fucking luck. Anyway, and so, the anime scene was very bare bones. It was almost exclusively whatever you could find on a network television station. But there weren't bad ones. For network television, it was not bad. Yeah, the dubs were kind of up and down. Outlaw Star was fucking amazing, though. And just other things of that nature. Oh god, he's gonna blow. Oh, he was splashed with a potion and then the witch... Okay, wow, that's so cool. And then he exploded. I've never seen that naturally happen. That's so cool. Rare phenomena moment. Anyway, 05 2010 kids remember Sunny Side Up show. Uh-huh. Curious George. I think I saw a little Curious George. There was no technology besides a house phone. That was it. We never used it either. Oh, and the radio. Yeah, radio was pretty good. We're going to acknowledge the fact that Amazing World of Gumball did a bit of Tiananmen Square for no reason and got away with it. Oh, man. Yeah, people could get away with stuff like that a lot. Bebop dub is unbelievable. Yes, yes it is. And so, yeah, that was more or less what I was exposed to. Some Gundam stuff. I was never a big Gundam fan. What is considered to be a lot of classic, really good anime. And then as time went on, more and more stuff, you know, showed up on network television. By the time Naruto started up on Cartoon Network, I was in the middle of my teens. And that's when I started to become, rather. I hadn't yet gotten there, but I was starting to become internet savvy. That was 2005, 2006. And that's around the time I was really, really using the internet frequently for accessing information. I mentioned Yu-Gi-Oh! Earlier on. So Yu-Gi-Oh! Was already being serialized by this point. And I was playing the card game. And so I realized very quickly by 2004, 2003, that I could use the internet to get access to websites that had information about Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Actually, this is probably 2004. And so this led to me looking for places to get more information and talk about Yu-Gi-Oh. And then from there, that was around the time YouTube had started up. And from there, fan websites for now extremely famous video games, things like Super Mario RPG, Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy VI, and so on. Fan websites like those cropped up on my radar, and I was like, ooh, fan websites. Well, you know, maybe these people have information I don't. And that's what led me into various fandoms. And then shortly after that, I had gotten the brilliant idea, all on my own. Hey, what if there are anime videos on YouTube? This was 2005, 2006. And sure enough, this is where the fan subbing community had moved to. They had jumped from IRCs to YouTube. And they were uploading fan-subbed anime on YouTube in droves, unlike you'd ever seen. And that was more or less like the beginning. That was the beginning of how I developed, more or less. And God, was it amazing. It was an era, it was the Wild West era of YouTube. That was really why a lot of that was the way it was. There were no standards. You could upload anything and it would stick around for a year or two. There were no bots crawling around to look for copyright strikes and shit like that. Like, you could get away with things. YouTube was fun and interesting. And then the Googles attacked. No one has moved from IRC. Well, I don't mean moved from IRC as much as they stepped out of the shadows of IRC. I don't think IRC will ever go away. But I mean, they went from exclusively being on IRC to now there's a more open presence elsewhere. Like one of the most famous websites ever made, YouTube.com. And I dare to say that it was probably the most famous website even at that point in time. If not second or third most famous. I don't know which. Hard to know that exactly. But yeah, you get the idea. Like, it was one of those situations where we were unbelievably lucky to be in an era that we just did not appreciate. And it is true what they say. You don't know what you got till it's gone. They paved paradise and put up a parking lot. And here we are now, sitting in the middle of the fucking parking lot trying to stream a game. A game of Mince Raft. Did Alaskan Bro play Yu-Gi-Oh! Or watch anime? He played Yu-Gi-Oh! For a little bit, but he mostly watched anime and told me a lot about just how to surf the internet, things to look out for. He just broadened my horizons. Told me about stuff I would have otherwise not known about until way later. That was it. He was a good friend. Apart from that, I kind of wish I hadn't lost track of him. I do on rare occasion. I do think about him. Is he still living in Alaska? Is he still married to the woman he married when he moved there? I don't know. I had him on Steam once upon a time, and then he unfriended me at one point. I think. Either that or he fucking changed his name and I lost track of him. But we're still maybe mutual friends, maybe? I haven't spoken to the guy in like 15 years. Oh well. I remember visiting some ancient forums in search of an old music listener to talk to outside of the YouTube comments, but most of these sites were dead along the side of the geezers there. Yeah, you unfortunately found those forums back around the turn of when social media took everything over. Up to and including those very forums. I'm sorry that happened, Top Hat. Oh shit. I don't have enough space for all these boxes of terracotta. Rip in peace, Terry. You will be missed. Here we go. I was about to say I should have a spare box somewhere. Oh, 230. I'm not going to be able to fill this box. We'll come back for it. I'll come back and fill it up when I've got a replacement pick and I've repaired my current one. God, that's so embarrassing, breaking a pick live on stream. Oh well. Such is life in the zone. Few friends on Discord, they'll just know music, and that's fine. Okay, well, good. I'm glad you at least have some camaraderie, some people who share your hobby. When is the end update? God, if only we knew. Maybe if we can, you know, agitate now, maybe Mojang will do it in 1.21. Maybe. I don't know. Wouldn't really hold my breath on that one. Mojang just doesn't seemingly want to do an end update. So, I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. Is Constantium living well in the new Minecraft? Yeah, I guess. I haven't been on there in about a month or two. I've lost care. I've lost the will to go there. I've just lost interest, really. It doesn't matter to me. 2BTT is still on 1.12. Yep, nothing's changed on that front. There were vague, empty promises about a month ago. There was a test map, from what I understand. Oh, God, that was fucking bright. And nothing came of it, as usual. So, I wish we had more info to go on. But sadly, House Bastard is just not the most forthcoming person. Caves and Cliffs Part 18. Okay. So now we got to do the hard part of staining all of this. 6 boxes. Well, that's pretty decent. It's not going to build the entirety of the wall all by itself, but it'll be a really good sort of, you know, step in the right direction. How much lapis do I have to work with? Oh, fuck, I've already got a ton of green dye. Well, that was stupid of me. Oh, that reminds me. When is the next Berserk chapter? Oh, we'll have to wait till August. Fuck. Berserk will be on break in the upcoming Young Animal issue on July 28th. Well, you know, that is very unfortunate. I was hoping we could return to the world of Berserk rather shortly. But sadly, it is not meant to be yet. Wonder what the Aether dimension would look like on an Anarchy server. It would just be a mess. You'd be able to mine through entire islands, so there would be large swaths of void and junk from people who've mined out an island completely or who've just TNT'd it, left some blocks behind, and everybody would move on. It would be a must-have to get an Elytra and navigate it that way. You wouldn't be able to get through there, rather, any other way. Oh, I shouldn't have cooked up that box of cactus then. Oh well, I would need to use this stuff up eventually anyway. It's fine. Pretty similar to the end, I guess. Though with the end dimension, you don't really see people blowing up entire islands just because. Yeah, they'll ravage anything on the top, and anything built inside, and anything built over the void. But you don't really see people, you know, like on 2B2T. They're perfectly capable of just chewing through an entire end island. Hell, even I've done it. But you just don't see people bother. No one cares. Nobody wants to, you know, take the time out to do that. And in all honesty, I can't blame them. There's no real point to it. With the Aether Islands, it's much easier because they're smaller and they're also, like, not this rocky substrate all the way through. Because there's, like, grass and stone and, you know, other things of that nature. Okay. No. There we go. Oh. I forgot about them. You always wake up at 5 to 5:30 anyway. Oh. Who else's parents made them practice going to bed early to prepare for school? Damn. Sucks for you, man. You know, you might want to get good, Chase Krug. Get good at going to bed. Oh, practice makes perfect. God, I remember having a bedtime. It sucked. I'm very glad I don't have one. Adulto momento. Oltona no momento. Whoops. There we go. Okay. Should be able to get an entire box with this. And then I guess I'll take a look at user worlds, or that one guy's world. Suppose there's no harm in it. What were some of early favorites on YouTube? What, you mean like videos? I mean, a lot of the videos that I liked, you can still find. People would routinely re-upload older things that would end up getting killed or taken down or whatever. And so, no, actually, a lot of the old YouTube stuff is immortalized in one way or another. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say it's perfect or anything, and I do wish that people would leave well enough alone, but, like, favorite stuff on old YouTube. There was a parody of Chrono Trigger. That was a common thing in the 2000s. There were parody videos and things that you'd find on like Newgrounds and stuff. And some of these would get repackaged into YouTube videos. They were really good and they were really funny. Or at least they seemed funny to us as kids because we were dumb, young teenagers who didn't know any better. But, you know, that aside, like, yeah, I'd happily go back to that time. If stuff like that, people don't really make stuff like that all that often. Like, I've been, because I've watched one or two Zelda animations, because, you know, Tears of the Kingdom came out somewhat recently. And just, like, the amount of fan animations Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom have gotten, I had no idea. Like, and just... people, there's still a creative spirit. So it's not like YouTube and Newgrounds have like killed that type of stuff. It's just not as, it's not the same. It's not, it is kind of the same, but it's not 100% the same because it has changed a little bit. And well, time marches on. I mean, it's stuff I've said before. You just kind of get used to it. It's not bad. You know, I'm happy that there's a lot of good stuff still on YouTube. People make original stuff all the time that's even higher quality than what could have been made on the likes of Newgrounds and stuff. Part of it's just technology's changed. Part of it is just people's attitudes have changed, you know? I don't know. There's a marked difference and there's a funny similarity. The more things change, the more they stay the same. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. Dr. Smooth's your favorite? Jack, once you knew what's my Newgrounds account? I never had one. I would only ever browse as a free guest. And then sometimes I would like... Fuck, how did I get past... Or maybe they just didn't have it. The R18 stuff. They may not have had adequate protection for that. That may have been it. Okay. So. This is a paltry amount of stuff to fill in this wall. Like those walls before it. I might leave part of this open. Like Universon gave me a screenshot of the Citadel. And yeah, like that one screenshot had sort of like an opening with some mechanics. Like a door was open and you could look inside and see mechanical bits. So I might do that. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, for the most part, that works. I'll worry about getting a new pick next time. I'll have to try to venture out and find a template, because I don't got one. It's one of the few smithing things that I've not obtained as of yet. Okay. Sea Inspire, this was it. 80 by 80 Ethodor, god, that would be wild. You know, maybe I should do a huge door of that capacity. I don't know. Pop Tropica? No, I don't even know what that is. Is this based off the Citadel from Half-Life 2? Yes. I'm not reading it incorrectly, Ani. Anyway, so this is, what was his name? Any Angel? I think was his name. This was the user-submitted world that he gave us. It looked pretty good. Some people had already seen it ahead of me, and they were complimenting him. So I'm looking forward to being, you know, blown away. Do we have... Yes, we do. Okay. Wow, look at this. Soul Speed. Wait. Soul's Escape. Okay, cool. I wasn't sure if it was kicking in and I was actually getting Soul Speed or not. Oh wow, this one really goes up high, doesn't it? Oh ho, so we got a multi-level tower. I see. Wow, I like this. It gives me a sort of Death Star core type feeling. If you remember from the third movie. Or, well, Return of the Jedi, I should say. Sixth movie. If you remember from Return of the Jedi, where the Millennium Falcon flies through the in-progress, you know, Death Star, where it's all still being built and shit. Oh, wow. I like his style of water tube. It's really good. Really snazzy. Just various chests for reasons, I guess. I don't know. I love these support pillars. They don't like do anything, but they give you a feeling of scale, I guess. So is this a full-blown item sorter? Damn, dude. I don't know that I would want to make a full-blown item sorter, but maybe I would. I definitely don't have the room to do something like this at Space Valk 3. Wow, this is just like constantly ticking. Holy shit. Yeah. Yeah, this is a full-blown item sorter, all right. Damn. Better frame rate not looking at it, but that's how it is. No, this is not Space Valk. This is a user-submitted world by... Let me get his name right. That guy, Angel. Okay. It was adapted originally to have an end pedestal in the middle and end gateways. Currently building the exact same copy of it, but in hardcore, hence the Lightmatica schematic. Okay. Interesting. So this is going to be a hardcore something or another. Very Space Valk inspired, obviously. But I can't blame him for that. I've inspired a lot of people. People like the look, people like the style, they want to copy it, have at it. I'm not going to say I own or have some sort of entitlement to the style itself. You can build pretty much however you wish. Damn, this place looks awesome, though. I like that it's sandwiched between two planes instead of just having one big plane. I thought about doing something very similar to this and having the city in between. Suppose there's like nothing... There wasn't really anything stopping me, but I felt like having it under glass made it look more fragile and more like... I don't know. I don't know how to put it. It looked better in my eye. In my mind's eye. In my head, I just thought that would be awesome. Okay. So I guess this is going to be sort of like a pseudo-torus / corridor that wraps around the whole thing, I guess. What's an item sorter? It is a means by which to use redstone to more or less have every item you wish be taken from one place, one chest, and be distributed perfectly to other chests. It's a really complex system. Whoa. Mucho chesto. Well, I'm not gonna lie, there wasn't as much here to explore. It's majestic looking, certainly. I'm curious as to how he'll change it and add on to it as time goes on. Also, it looks like he intended to put windows here? Maybe? We have this giant open area that leads down into more storage. And then an exit gateway, or return gateway. Joke's on you, I'll consider it. Can you submit your hardcore world? Yeah, you can. That does not matter to me. If you're proud of whatever it looks like or whatever you've built and you want to show it off, yeah, by all means. That's what user-submitted worlds are for. Oh, this must be like the perfect corner, I think. I don't know, hard to say. Fight Club? Oh man, yeah, that does look like one of the Fight Club arenas, doesn't it? Yeah, this does seem like a fight arena. Some sort of like a place where you would crystal each other and then try to kill each other. Something like that. I could see this being a Fight Club spot. Newest escalation in the Space Valk Civil War. I mean, I guess, but it's not terribly, like, dense. I think it would get blown up relatively easily because it's not... It's only just two plates jointed together very loosely. The underside is more or less a copy of the overside. Oh. And then there are a bunch of rooms down here that have nothing in them. Ah, well. Okay. Well, good job, that guy, Angel. Good job. I would love to see more. If this base ends up moving, or not moving, but evolving or changing in some way, I would like to see it updated, if it gets an update. If it doesn't, fine. It's not like super essential that it does or anything. But yeah, it looks amazing. Abandoned the idea of losing the world by dying a long time ago. I think we reached the point where we were going to start seeing year-old hardcore world soon. Or you mean two-year-old? It would be a cool place to do a Fight Club, you're right. Poncho's Inferno, build you take another 5 years. Well, sure. His parapet design is very... I don't know, you can't see that. You can kind of see out the edge here. Because it doesn't connect up, but like... I still feel like you could try to find a way to jump off this. I don't know. It's got stupid baby proofing so that you can't jump out and kill yourself. Which would be funny if you could, like, disable Ender Crystal block destroying. Oh, this is a shulker. Farm? Or no? Maybe it's just a collection of shulkers. I don't know. I've only died in your world like 10 times in almost 3 years, and that counts for anything? Yeah, it kind of does. It's pretty impressive. I guess. I don't know. Do I pick a side on the FitMC fan LARPer discourse? No, I don't really care about Fit. I don't care about fans, LARPers, like, none of that shit matters to me. I more or less just ignore 2B2T stuff at this point. So yeah, this place is really cool. Thank you to that guy Angel for submitting it. And if you have a user submitted world you'd like to show me and have, you know, me show off, you'd like to give me, want me to give you pointers maybe, I would love to see worlds like this as they change and evolve too. I don't want to just see them once. Like I don't mind seeing them as they're different from month to month, to week, to year, or whatever. That's cool. Oh, this is a villager trader. Okay. Cool. So yeah, thank you so much for showing me that guy Angel. I will show off a thing that I've been doing. In this world of mine, come on, load in. Oh, these are lighting errors, huh? That's weird. Why? There we go. Very strange lighting errors, but whatever. So, I built a new annex off this way. And what shall we find in this new annex? Well, I pasted the top part of the disc of the central pillar, the disc park. I pasted that right there, and I'm going to make a custom Space Valk 3 inspired, you know, central pillar thing. I also used Copperator, Sam the Pigman. I also used the layered glass. Ooh, smoke. Or fog, or something like that. And then I'm going to carve a giant magic circle in the bottom here. I'm already kind of getting there with it. And so the pillar segment will be piercing down into the smoke. I love that look, by the way. That looks like actual fog. And then, sadly, due to this world being generated originally in 1.12, you can tell the difference between the old building height and the new building height, and how I've had to expand some of these areas upward. Come to think of it, I might just push this section all the way to the top, so that you've got this giant open area. And see, even up here, this is like, you can't hardly see down to there. Just various ideas that have popped into my head. This area doesn't really, like this building, or this map rather, does not have anything in particular that I'm like, I'm not dying to do anything with this map. This is just really kind of like a series of cool things and ideas that I've had in my head. This is my favorite one. You can inadvertently drop like this. Pop. I'm kind of proud of this build, even though I've not done nearly enough to it yet. Oh. When the fuck did this get broken? Now I know there's an edge. Ah, here we are. And this takes us behind those pillars we saw draping down. There's nothing like down there yet. I'm sure I will eventually put something down there. Ooh. This door will only be one way. You're not going to be able to get in this way. So you're actually not even supposed to be going through this direction. But, you know, I might do a live stream one week. I don't know when. Crap. I'm trying to... Okay. Survival mode it is, because it keeps wanting to put me in creative mode flight. I wanted to jump through with Elytra and squeeze through the hole. Etho door. There we go. But anyway, oh yeah, I never finished where I'd be putting this, what I'd be doing with it, where it would connect up. But yeah, I may do a live stream one of these days of me building on this map, adding on crazy crap. I don't know. We'll see. Quite liminal, yes, that's the point. You hit it nail on the head. You watched my Digcast interview, SMC. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Give you a more recent version of your world after you install some beacons, since there's already been a bit of a change. How recent are we talking? 1.4? 1.5? 1.3? You must have breezed through 1.3. Yeah, it looks great. I've been working on this since like 2019. That's why it looks so good. I've had a long time to refine it and add on to it. But I've only really kind of like just been playing with it. I've not really seriously added onto it. This elevator shaft is my favorite. This is where I got the idea to install honey blocks instead of slime blocks for the shaft, whoops, that runs up from the arms on Space Valk 3. So I decorated this elevator shaft. I'm thinking if I do end up making this into an adventure map of some kind, the theme will be sort of like Stone Tower Temple from Majora's Mask, where you will have a... Huh? Does that not work? Anyway, where you will have an upside-down version and a right-side-up version. And various points throughout the map, you will have... What the fuck? Something is off. Anyway, at various points throughout the map, you'll have the opportunity to jump from the right side down to the right side up part, and so on and so forth. Okay. Huh? Oh, does there need to be a second one? Did they change that? They probably did. Okay. One of these was a powered rail. Oh, hey, there we go. Maybe not. Maybe it was just being retarded. Okay. Well, you're supposed to be able to send the thing back down. Oh, yeah, that reminds me. Now that we have trim on armor stands, I'm going to have to trim it up. I'll probably change these to netherite with quartz trim of some kind. We'll see. That guy, Angel, on his Space Valk thing, or his, what is it? It's Sea Inspire or something like that. The user-submitted world he gave me, he had a bunch of netherite trim with silence and amethyst. I think going forward, that'll be the standard, is using armor stands with trims. And that trim pattern or patterns will be the sort of pseudo-mascot of your base or your build or whatever. Something along those lines. Is that too mean? Just don't talk to her if she's that big of a deal for you. Oh, hey, Callum. You're late. It's okay, we'll whip you and beat you later. I wanted to make an internal area here. I know I've said this before, but it bears repeating. I guess somewhere like right here. Set block. 2 stone. There. And have... sort of like right here. This will be a return gateway or an end gateway, and you'll be able to walk into it, and it'll teleport you down here to the upside down version of the room above. Again, right here in the center. And so you'll come through and everything will be upside down. So the idea is you're getting the impression that you're in the same actual location. It's all flipped upside down. Now, obviously, Minecraft cannot legitimately flip stuff upside down, but, you know, close enough. The idea is to give you an impression of the map, but upside down. So I guess like Symphony of the Night, this is the beginning spawn point area, by the way. You know, Symphony of the Night, Majora's Mask's Stone Temple Tower, Stone Tower Temple, however it's said. So yeah, I wanted to make like an upside down version of maybe the entire map. I don't know. Or at the very least, most parts of the map. And that would be, you know, you would go through it all one way with it right side up. Halfway through, or maybe 1/3 of the way through your progression, you'd come here. Figure out you can flip the entire place upside down. And that by flipping everything upside down, you change things like liquids. You know, the liquids here are no longer, you know, it's on the ceiling now because the whole place is upside down. So, like, it's no longer on the floor. It was down here originally, and this would block your path to, like, this area over here. Obviously, I'll make rooms that those areas connect to later, but you get the idea. And so by flipping everything upside down, you're now blocked off from leaving this area. So you end up in this sort of closed off section. This is sort of like a tutorial learning area for figuring out the mechanics of, oh, I flipped everything upside down. How do I best navigate this new environment? Even though it's not really new per se, but it's new enough. That kind of thing. Hey, Mike. Oh, so yeah. I feel like that has a lot of potential. I don't think I've seen that in any sort of like world, or that if I have, it's not been well implemented. I don't know which. We'll find out. And then over here, I wanted to call back to Space Valk 3, so I just shamelessly took the disc park of Space Valk 3. I'm going to totally remodel the inside. So I just want the outside to sort of be reminiscent of Space Valk 3. These will go off to wherever actually, they may not. I may also cut off any exit from this area. I don't know, we'll see. I already had to cut off the command room up here, just because it ran into the world height. So yeah, pretty cool ship. At least I feel it's pretty cool shit. What exactly I'll do with it beyond that, I don't know. This is really just a for fun type of thing. I'm still not really sure that I'll make it into an adventure map or not, but I'll cross those bridges if and when I decide to come to them. Also, what are you dipshits doing, Mike? Top Hat. Me gusta too? What does that mean? Huh? Don't speak Espanol here. This is an English-only stream. I'll ban you. I'll no-scope you, bitch. That'll never not be amusing to me. Anyway, alright. Yeah, I'm gonna move this up to, like, move 64. Oh! That, kind of tore off the, hidden bits, but oh well. Okay. Yeah, this looks much better now. This was some of the first stuff I practiced with World Edit before Space Valk 3. Before everything went belly up at Space Valk 3. Okay. And then I think I can just stack all of this from there to there. Or no. Undo. Fuck. Undo. It only needs to... Or wait, does it need to stack? Redo. Was that correct? Did I overwrite? No, it's 3 layers of pillar. No, I didn't. Okay, so it properly joined up. Okay, phew. I thought I screwed up. Okay. Bam. Let's get this section filled back in. There we go. Can't even tell anything was ever wrong in the first place. Furries and weebs. There's plenty of those here. Is that a problem, Top Hat? You feel attacked. 30-year-old man saying ooh woo. Yeah, I know. You should feel attacked. But generally speaking, when you are attacked, it's probably because you deserve it to a degree. Or at the very least, it's because you left yourself open. So if you don't want to get attacked, don't leave yourself vulnerable. But hey, that's just my opinion on the matter. Bonk. Ooh. Maybe I oughta continue up. Yeah, I should pull these up to the build height as well. So, right there. 2. Right here. Okay, so let's... Position 2. Okay. Now, yeah, this overwrote. Very important bit. I wanted this shaft to stay intact. Okay, that'll do. What's Fit's best 2016 one-liner? I'll no scope you, bitch. In that one video where he's like, yeah, I can crouch too. Yeah, I'm totally peaceful. Come on over here. Now, don't worry, little rusher. I'm gonna kill you, and it's for your own good. One day you'll be a big player like me. That whole video is fucking gold. But sadly, Fit never really had anything quite as entertaining as that ever again. Mostly because he sold out. And well, such is life. Best one-liner was Fit, it's Fit MC time, and he fitted all over the place. Yes. Many years before the Morbius meme was a meme. Yes. Who is Fit? Don't you worry about it, Travis. You do not need to know. You are in fact better off not knowing. Okay. So, all that aside, I think that'll do me for now. That'll do for the foreseeable future anyway. I might cut off this most top part and make it all smooth quartz. Because, like, the problem is, due to the world height being raised, it makes it kind of awkward because this is now possible. Where it's just not what it should be. Oh yeah, this was a map that I made. I wanted a dark map to use as like a blackout screen and some other things, but I never properly used it. Either way, though. Yeah, this just kind of could have been better. Now I kind of have to justify there being a dip like this in like the architecture. I don't know, man. And then we got this giant ass gorge. And I made these little window bits with trim on it, and I'm gonna use this trim everywhere. I did actually already make a trim with spire, rib, sentry, and silence. Maybe I should take Space Valk 3's outermost shell and then just like gut the insides and completely redesign just the insides from top to bottom. What would you guys think of that for this as like a lol Space Valk 3 reference, that sort of thing? Use Poncho Hamster trim? I could. Those windows look really small. Well, they look small from a distance, but you're eventually, when there's more... You know, I'm going to extend this pillar section downward So there will actually be rooms within the pillar that you can walk around in. And when I do, you'll be seeing it more from this distance. Just imagine there's like room around you or something. So you'll be able to like move out here and see, oh yeah, there's a thing over there. It's purely for decoration, but you know. Because there's a room in... Let me find the adventure map. This is another thing that I've sort of gotten from the Aurora, or the Corona Trials. Did I say the Aurora Trials? It's the Corona Trials, that's it. Let me see if I even still have the Corona Trials. I may not. I don't remember if I got rid of it or not. Nope. Untold Stories 4, the Corona Trials. Oh, motherfucker. This is another one of those. I opened it up in 1.19.2 with dimensional doors. Yeah, I think I showed off the Corona Trials at one point. Well, that would explain it. Shit. I'm gonna have to go through all that trouble. Well, whatever. I'll do that some other time. Not that important. The Corona Trials was just an adventure map that I played on years ago. Had a lot of really cool stuff done, though. Okay, well, at any rate, everybody, thank y'all so much for giving me a moment of your time. I truly appreciate it. Y'all have a great evening. I will catch y'all later. Make sure to, like, subscribe, hit the dumb bell thingy. Make sure to leave a comment and tell me I'm doing the right thing and all that. And I will catch y'all tomorrow for Freeform Friday on Kick. Not on YouTube, on Kick. See y'all later. Bye.